Hey guys, I told you I was going to keep you up to date on how things are going with my Amazon influencer or on-site commissions journey. And so this is video number 2. There'll probably be a few more because that's some other topics I want to cover. I'm not going to go do this every single week, but this week was exciting. And so I definitely wanted to come back to you with another video because this week the commissions started rolling in. So if you haven't been here already or haven't been here before, I'm Akil Thompkins-Robinson of Girl Get Visible. I talk about all ways for you guys to get traffic, drive monetization, and what we call get found, get out there, get found, get visible in your online businesses. And so this right now, I'm working on other stuff, but the exciting thing is I, a few weeks ago, was accepted into the Amazon Influencer Program. Now, if you're already creating content, if you're already used to being on video, if you already tell people things that you like, this is a pretty good program for you. Even if, and this is what I really like about it, even if your core business isn't about products. So that's why it's even working so well for me because my core business is not about products. My core business is about software and serving clients, right? And so I can do this kind of on the side, literally on the side of the side, and I can still make revenue and I don't have to worry about, is it going to mess up my brand message? Is it going to impact anything? One of the things that I've noticed, I've been doing a lot of faceless videos. If you guys watched the last video, and I'll make sure it's linked here in this video as well. You watch how I got approved, so how I got into the program, and so how you can too, right? But one of the things I talked about, it was I had my face on the first couple of videos, right? Because my brand has my face on it. And so from what I was told, it made sense to have your face on the first couple of videos. And I'm gonna say it worked because I got approved in 2 days. So that's one good thing. But since then, I have not had my face on many of the videos. I think 2 other videos had my face on them, and I'll explain why in those videos and why I might be doing more with my face. But the key point is you don't have to. So if you're trying to do a faceless brand, again, if you just want the side to the side and you don't want to really impact your business, this is probably a really good program for you to jump into. So let me get to the big thing of this week's live video is, like I said, the commissions have started rolling in. So it has officially been 2.5 weeks now. So my last video is the day I got approved. So that was 2 Mondays ago. It is Thursday when I'm recording this video. So about 2.5 weeks. On this Monday, I wanted to give it a couple of days to see how things were going. On this Monday, I finally got my first commission sales. Not a bunch. I think the first day was $3. So it's not earth-shattering sales, but it is, hey, this does work. They really are going to pay you, and it's not as bad as some of the naysayers may say. So that's how I see this week's money, right? And then that was on Monday, and every day since then, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? I have gotten some type of commission and commission in the app. They're not like dropping you like payments in your bank account every single day of the week, but you'll see the money starting to accumulate. So as of Thursday now, I'm up to a little bit over $25 as of this morning, right? So like I said, not earth-shattering money yet, but definitely a sign that it does make money, right? Don't let people tell you it does not make money because it does. There's money right now sitting in the account, right? And it did not take a huge amount of time because I literally just 2.5 weeks ago, that was my first time making videos, my first time even using my Amazon influencer account at all. Like I had some little collection set up, but I didn't really promote it or do anything with it. But so all is my first time. So I'm going to say if you're new to this, just getting started, go look on how to be approved because you do need a little bit of things to get approved. But once you're in, it's brand new. So I got notes for you, right? I made a whole little post-it with notes so I don't miss anything that I want to tell you guys in this video. All right, so let's talk about how many products I've done so far. So a lot of videos that I've seen talk about a lot of products. Most people, like their starter number, they want to get to 100, but most people who are making these videos I've seen so far are like at 1,000, which sounds crazy, right? Crazy pants getting to 1,000 or even 100, even 200, right? Crazy pants. I so far have done 45 videos, not an earth-shattering number. And again, commissions are already starting to roll in. And of course, the more you create, the more you'll make. And so it's not a bad thing. I probably could have done more, but again, this is the side to side. So I'm not really all day doing nothing but videos, looking for products and stuff like that. I've been uploading maybe between like 5 to 9 a day. Yesterday I only did one because I happen to have a really quick video of something. So I just did one video yesterday. I did skip a few days, like over the weekend and some other days. I've been trying to be consistent, and not necessarily because anyone said, or you got to be consistent, but I know how some of these platforms work is that they'll push you more, especially in the beginning, they'll push you more if they see that you're putting in more. So even if you do 20 products, I would upload for a day as opposed to uploading. They said that the top is the most you could do is 15. So, and I have not gotten there yet. So I've not figured out what happens when you do number 16. But, I would rather do 4 days and try to do 20 in one clip and then not do any more for a week. So that's going to be my tip number one. Try to upload at least a few each day. If you can get to the max, that's beautiful. If you don't feel like, oh, I'm not going to get anything till I get to the max. And when I get to talking about the products, I'm going to talk about some of the products that I did upload so far that I'm seeing the commissions on, and you'll see how the number matters, but also what you're doing matters too. So I'll get to that in a minute. So first thing, I'm here my post-it note again. So I got 45 products in there right now as of recording this video. So if you go look, you might see a little bit more. Because like again, I'm putting in just a few a day so far. Second is thing I've realized is the difference between views and sales. So if you watch the last video, you know that I got views even while they were still in that review process, even though I got approved within 2 business days. Like literally, it was 2 business days in a weekend. So it was Thursday, Friday. I put in my initial 3 videos Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday. By Monday morning, I was approved. So the videos were really out there for 4 days, and I already was starting. Not a lot of views, like 6 views, right? Right now, again, as of this recording, I think I've got up to 199 views, and I've sold. I did not write down that number. I think so far I've sold. I'm looking for you guys as we speak. They've got really nice reporting. I really wish I could show you guys the reporting and stuff because it really is some good reporting, but that is one of their no-nos. And as I said in the last video, I'm going to try not to get kicked out before I get started. And so I can't show you the numbers, but I will tell you the numbers, and y'all just got to trust me. And it's okay if you don't, then you don't try it, then you don't make money. But I'm going to tell y'all to trust me. So I'm having trouble finding it, but I think so far it's only been about 20 something products. And it's a little weird because it's like products that you're selling based on the videos. And then you also will see products that the person also brought that wasn't with your video. So today I see that somebody brought groceries, right? Like 3 different food items that aren't things that I reviewed, but they're available on Amazon. And you're on Amazon, you're doing all the things. They brought, I think, a mirror and a bunch of other stuff. And I only can tell because they don't show you order by order, so don't think it's a security risk. I can only tell what they ordered because that's all the activity I had today. So they had to have done it together. Right? If it was a day where I had a lot of activity, then I probably would not have seen who did what, that kind of thing. But needless to say, you'll see both of those numbers. You get commissions on the things that you have videos that are associated with. But I'm also seeing something else that's really interesting. I'll talk about that too when I talk about these products. So difference between views and actual sales. One thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to bring this into my next point, which is the turnaround time of some of this. So in general, what I've been seeing is that, so it takes about at least 12 to 24 hours for a video to get approved after you submit it. I generally submit at night, and then by the time I wake up, at least some of what I put up there has been approved. There might be 1 or 2 still pending. And then by midday, sometimes in the day, it'll get approved. So that's the cadence I've seen on the approval. Once it's approved, it'll probably sit with 0 views for at least a day or 2. And then I'll start to see some views, which tells me that it's starting to get seen in the carousel of the things that are out there. Like out of all the videos that are out there, it's now one of them. Now I have seen, and this is something I did not hear anybody talk about in the videos. I have seen videos that I can see that they're getting views, But when I go to the product, I don't see my video coming up in the top 6 or whatever that they're showing. That tells me that either A, they're rotating those videos, which is actually pretty dope, because that means even if it's something that you think has a lot of videos, you may have a chance with that. I'm testing more of that, so don't quote me, but that's what I've seen so far. Like I'll go to a product and I'm like, my video isn't here. So how am I getting, sales from it? But I'm actually getting a sale from it. So that tells me that either they're rotating or they're taking it in and out very quickly. I don't know if they're testing it because it literally has only been days. I'm not exactly sure what's happening there, but I can say that even if you're not in the top 5 or 6, you may also get a few sales because I've gotten a few sales from it. Right. So that's one thing that I've seen. So it'll take 1 or 2 days to start showing up somewhere. That's one thing that I've seen. And then you might see views, and then you'll see possibly a sale. And what you'll see first is orders, and then you don't get the commissions until it's been shipped. So even though I didn't see commissions until the start of the 3rd week, I was making sales in the 2nd week because now they're shipping in the 3rd week. So when you get started, if you don't get immediate results, it's not because you don't have the right things. It may be just because of that turnaround time. So you think 2 days for it to show up, 2 days for somebody to order, 2 days for it to ship. So now you've added on at least about a week or so, right? So that's one really important thing that I wanted to note, that there is a bit of turnaround time and the difference between the views and the sales. So you'll see views. So I've got 199 views, but only, like I said, about big 20 something products have been sold so far. That's not out of the normal for regular business. Regular business conversion rates are 1 to 2%. And so just because you're starting to see views, don't be like, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire, right? Not so much, at least not here, and really not anywhere. You got to keep driving more traffic in your business. That's what I talk about a lot with SEO and things like that. But in this, you're not driving traffic. You just got to wait, which that is the one thing that's a little bit off to me. There's nothing for me to do to make this work, right? All I can do is more videos to keep myself going and keep myself busy. That's one thing that, as somebody who drives traffic, I'm not used to that waiting kind of pace. But if you don't want to do a lot of work driving traffic, it is perfect for you because it's going to come anyway, which is what I'm seeing with my videos. The other thing I've noticed, and I'll talk about products that I've focused on next and why I focused on them. But the other thing I noticed is that views do not guarantee sales. So the things that I've gotten sales so far are not the things that I've gotten high views on. So the last video I told you guys, I used my mouse as one of the products. I've gotten about 20, 30 views on this video and 0 sales on this video. While meanwhile, I've got another couple of products that I've only got a handful of views, like under 10, but yet I've sold 2 mirrors. It's crazy as that sounds, right? 2 mirrors, 2 of these little storage containers. So things that aren't necessarily getting a ton of views, but apparently when people are viewing them, they're ready to buy. So I say all that to say is don't do as much, and I'm going to talk about the products I chose and why I chose them, but do as many and as much as possible, because you just absolutely never ever know which one is going to go, because you don't know which one someone's shopping for. Like for today, one of the thing that got sold was a Prince pop, and I wish I would have put it at my desk so you guys could see it. But literally a pop of Prince that I happen to own. We collect Funko Pops, so we got the little pops and things. I happen to own the whole Prince collection, and one of them is going for $49 right now. I did not think anybody's gonna pay $49 for this pop. I did not pay $49 for this pop, but it's going for $49 now. And it is one of the ones that I was like, I'm gonna do it because I got it and I can, but I did not think it was gonna sell. And lo and behold, one of them sold today and I got the credit for it. So that's the other thing. Do as much as you can, even if you're not quite sure. Don't try to overthink it too much. Now, while I say don't try to overthink it, don't go in here all willy-nilly either. I'm going to tell you a little bit of the strategy that I'm using. And in a few months, I'll come back when I've got like over 100 products and more data. Really, I want to get to 100 sales and really start to evaluate what sold and what wasn't. So I don't have enough data right now, but I could tell you the strategy that I'm using right now with looking for my initial products, right? Everything that I'm doing has been around the house. So these are all things that we already own. I have not brought a thing. I'm actually going over my mother's sometime this weekend because she's got a whole bunch of stuff too. And she's got a whole bunch of stuff in one of the categories that I don't have a whole bunch of stuff in that I'm going to talk to you guys about now. So first, I've been looking for products that generally are at least over $40, $50 product or more. So that is one, and that's because of the commission. So the commissions are different based on the categories. I've seen like furniture stuff, so the mirror, which is really, and I haven't done furniture because I don't have too much Amazon furniture, but I do have a lot of furniture accessory kind of things. So the mirror is one of them, a lamp. And so I did, and I saw what I saw with that one was there were a lot of questions. So I did a video like answering your question. Now I think I've sold three or four of those because they're in different colors. They're not all in the same line, but I've sold three or four of those lamps. So things that are like furniture, home accessory kind of things that are higher dollar point. Not only do they seem to be selling, but they also have a higher commission. So that's really nice. So that's some of the stuff that I've been focusing on that. The other thing I've been paying attention to is what holidays, what things are coming up right now in the world in the year. So we're in the beginning of June. If you're watching this later, we're in the beginning of June, and Father's Day is soon, Juneteenth is soon, and it's summer. So, and I'm where I live, kids aren't out of school yet, but I know they will be out of school soon, and some schools are already out of school around the country. So those are things I've been looking for. So I've been looking for things for fathers or things that men like. So I literally, my husband likes these Invicta watches. I have done all of his watches. All of his watches got videos. So I did all of his watches. He has watch cases. I did the watch case. He buys them, but we wear them. Lots of different sneakers, mostly Nike because Nike has lots of sales. And although he buys them from Nike, a lot of those sneakers are on Amazon. We collect pops. Now, the thing about the pops, and I started with pops, which might not have been the best thing to start with because, again, not everybody's a collector. They're not all a high dollar kind of amount. I've got one, the prince that I talked about, so that prince who's about worth 40 or going for $40 right now. And the Mr. Jefferson is actually one of those like $30, $40 pops, oddly enough. But again, it's a collectible. It's something I don't know how many people are going to be looking for. But since I had it and literally it's here in my office, I was like, you know what, let me just do all the pops. And so I did all of those. I did all those week one. And like I said, that might have been why it took till week two for me to get some sales, because the things that I did week two are the things that I'm getting sales on. So that's when I did the mirror, the lamp. There's a little storage thing that I have by my desk. I went through some of my sneakers first. Then I went through, now I'm going through some of my husband's sneakers now. And we have a lot of the same sneakers. So I just did one or two of my own. And then the rest so far I've been doing are his, but I also own them so I can talk about them. But he keeps them in cute little boxes and they look like somebody should do a review of his sneaker collection. So I've been going through and doing all of those. So those are like things I did, like I said, in the second week that I'm seeing more movement on. Other things that I've done are my son plays video games and we've got a lot of storage things. Like, so he's got travel cases, he's got little racks and stands, throw controllers. I think I talked about one of them in the last video too, because I did one for my first three videos. Those are getting lots of views and not one sale. So don't think, oh, gaming stuff and gaming equipment. Also, what I've noticed, the other thing I've looked at, and I don't use this as a not to do it, I just use this kind of as an FYI in my mind, is that those things have more videos. So people have already done videos on those. And so there's less chances of me getting in the running for it. Like the mirror, I think I don't think I'm always going to be in the top, because I think right now, not always, but until somebody else does the same mirror. I think it's only 4 or 5 for that. The curtains I did, there was only one. The storage container, I think there's like only 3 or 4 videos. So I've also been paying attention to how many other videos also are out there. Like I said, it's not stopping me from doing something because things I already own. But when I do get to that point where I need to like bring in products or go source products, that's definitely going to be a factor for me, whether or not someone else already did a couple of videos for that. Another thing I'm focusing on, which is why I'm going to my mom's house this weekend, are outdoor items. So because it's becoming the beginning of summer, people are starting to outfit their outside. So I've done a couple of toy products that my son has. I've done our outdoor furniture. And luckily, some of the items, I think I talked about this in the last video too, I've had for a while. So like the outdoor furniture, we've had that for a couple of years. It is still in amazing condition for outdoor furniture. And so that's what I talked about. This has been holding up through all the things, right? Rain, sleet, and sometimes a little bit of snow if we wait till if it snows early before we put our furniture away. It's literally what I said in the video. Something like to help clean the car, because my husband was doing some car washing. Now I've gotten to the habit of if it comes in this house, it's getting scanned. So my family is so tired of me walking around scanning things, but I am, which again, I was like over my mom's house this weekend. We were having an event, so I did not interrupt an event to go videotape all her stuff. But she said, "Oh, I just brought a bunch of new things for the outside. They just got a deck, and so she just brought a bunch of accessories and furniture and things for the deck. So that's why I'm going over there, a separate visit to do nothing but record all of the summer items that she got. And when I report back, I'll tell you guys how well that went. Another thing that they have not sold yet, but they're getting a couple of views, but I think now that schools are letting out are summer guides. Every summer or summer activity books, not just guides. Every summer I buy my son an activity book for going from the grade he's in to the next grade. So I've got grade 2 to 3, I got grade K to 1, and we have all these saved up. That was another thing I did that first week was all those guides. So go to your kids' books. They're not a lot of money, right? But some of them, well, I say they're not. They're like $20, $30. So they're not like a $10 book. I'm not doing the $10 books, but most of them are around between $20, $30. Sometimes they may go on sale for, they're not a ton, but there's something. And there's something that people might buy pretty quickly. So you want to have a couple of those kind of products in there too. One of the downfalls, and I have not done this, but I'm telling you guys so you don't do this too. But a lot of the people, when I watch their videos and they talk about the products that they're doing or the products that they've done, the results that they're having, even those people who've got like multiple hundreds, thousands of products, when I go look at their store, I do that. I go and look at their store. So you can go to anybody's store, including mine, and you can see the kind of products that they're doing. So you can compare when you watch videos like this, you can compare their results to what they have and see how either A, you could mirror or avoid it. And this is the thing I'm going to be avoiding. I see a lot of people doing, and especially women, so I'm going to blame us a little bit, doing like every makeup item that they have, every hair item that they have, every little thing. Like I got my lipstick that I wear all the time here, most of my videos, I got it right here on my desk, right? So every little thing like this. One of the things that I'm going to say about doing little things like that, like this, is that A, they just don't cost much. Right. And while people might come and buy makeup and hair care products and all those like little things, same thing in the kitchen. A lot of people do a lot of like their spices, their this, their that. I got a few items, but those don't seem to get any movement. And I think one, because even if they do move, we're talking about 10, 15 cents. Right. So you can have a whole bunch of sales, but if they're all 10, 15 cents, they're not going to really make much in commissions for you. So that's one thing that I'm conscious of, and I'm telling you guys, so you'll be conscious of, is avoid spending a lot of time doing those small products, especially if it's something that's pretty basic, right? And when I say basic, people buy these things all the time. Second, and that's the other thing, because this is basic, how many people you think are watching videos to determine if they should buy this lipstick to another lipstick, or if they should buy cooking oil or some of the other things? So you're doing a video that most people aren't even going to use that much or watch that much for something that's not going to get you a lot of commissions. Think about it. Just saying, think about it, right? Even with clothes. So even if you're like, I'll do clothes, don't do the $10, $15 clothes. If anything, do the sneakers. One of the reasons why I'm doing all his sneakers, and other than the fact that it's coming up Father's Day, and apparently he's got them available here, is that so many of his sneakers and my sneakers too are going for up to $100 per sneakers on Amazon. If we didn't pay that much because we got them on sale or whatever we got them, they're going for, like I said, up to $100. I think the lowest pair of sneakers is like 60 or 70. And then most of them are, and these aren't Jordans, right? These aren't like the latest and greatest kind of things. These are just regular, like running shoes, walking shoes, regular, just we like shoes for style, right? So this color of shoes. So just regular old sneakers that are on Amazon for 100, 120, 130. So when they sell, that's a pretty good commission. That's something that people, A, will buy on Amazon. B, will watch a video because they want to get a closer look and make sure it looks the way the pictures say it looks. Because pictures always look better than the actual product. So people watch those videos. And like I said, I've already sold a pair of sneakers, so I'm gonna say it works. So definitely things like that. So be conscious of the price point and the idea of, will people actually watch a video? Do you have questions about whatever it is, right? Some things, and unlike makeup, and people watch that, but I don't know if they're doing that on Amazon. It just doesn't seem like it. But also, is it worth it for the small commission? So that's another thing I would just think about. And the last thing I say is, and I've heard this in every video, I've even said it a couple of times already in this video, is even if you didn't get it from Amazon, scan it to see if it's on Amazon. Even if you got it a while ago, scan it to see if it's still there. You may have things, they may not be on Amazon, but scan them anyway. Because that mirror, so let me tell y'all the story about this mirror. Very quick story. I did not even buy the mirror. It was a mirror I got when my grandmother passed away. It was in her home. And I thought it was like a family heirloomy kind of thing. So I was like, oh, this is nice and functional, something I would definitely have in my house. And so I brought it home and I've had it in my house. And in my scanning everything in the building, right? Scanning everything, I saw that this exact same mirror is on Amazon. Now, do I know if Granny got it from Amazon? I don't know. I can at least safely say it's not a family heirloom. But hey, Granny helped me out because now that mirror is making me some money. So thank you, Granny. Thank you. So think about that too. Even if you didn't get it from there, one of the other things I've noticed is that a lot of things, if you shop at Marshalls or TJ Maxx, I shop at a lot of those kind of stores. But if you shop there, a lot of those products are on Amazon. Last thing, I know I said the last thing was the last thing, but one last thing is that, especially for things like the sneakers, some things you'll notice have multiple listings. Meaning, like for sneakers, because a lot of people are doing like FBA and they might be resale of sneakers, instead of it just being one listing for that particular shoe, it could be 5 listings and maybe they're different sizes or just from different people, but they're the exact same sneaker, right? I found out that you could actually select all of those different items. And I'll put an example for you guys. I have one with one sneaker. I selected 5 or 6 and it got approved with no problem. So that means my video can now show up not just for that one first listing that I found, but it's now showing up for every listing of that shoe. And it's the exact same shoe, so it's no funny business. It's the exact same shoe. It's the exact same color. The only difference is that whenever the sellers were putting it up, if they're doing something like FBA, they just made their own listing as opposed to attaching it to the existing listing. And Amazon was okay with that. I had nothing to do with that. I know my FBA folks are like, you shouldn't do that. We're not evaluating that, right? We're evaluating videos, right? So even though, so it happened, they're out there and I was able to connect to each and every one of them. Same thing with the mirror, that although I only selected one mirror, when I see in the sales the items that some of them are either a different color of the mirror or just a different version of the listing, but somehow they're bringing them together and saying, okay, this mirror, this video go together and I'm getting commissions off of those sales. So hopefully this is super helpful. Let me know what questions you guys have. Next video I do will be on my process of how I record the videos and upload them and batch them. I got it down to a really simple, I can do at least 10, 15 videos in less than an hour process. So I want to share that with you guys. Hoping to see more commissions, more things happening with this program. Another thing that's happening coming up soon is Amazon Prime Day is in early July. I'm hearing also that Prime Day can be really great and really profitable because people are doing a lot of shopping. Even though it's on sale, they're doing a lot of shopping. It means you're getting a lot of commissions, right? So I'm excited for that. So I'll do a video after that and talk about the impact of that. But like I said, let me know if you guys have questions. I want us all to do this. I've been telling people like, you should try this because it's so seamless, right? It's so seamless. It's so easy. And it's something you could easily do, like I said, aside without impacting your brand, right? We don't want, if you've already got a business, you've already got a brand, you don't want to water down your brand with a bunch of other stuff. So I'm excited to see that. One other thing that I'm looking into is, and especially for my particular brand, my particular page because my page has my name on it. And I've been back and forth whether or not I should take my name off of it, because what I don't want is when people go to search for my name, that now all these Amazon listings come up and start trumping my other content. So I'm going to keep my eye on that. I know it's not something most people care about, but because I have a business that runs a lot on my name, right? So I got the core business that I care about. And I know my audience. You guys have core businesses. You guys may like this type of stuff or want the side to the side, but you don't want to impact your whole business. So I'm going to keep my eye on that and probably will do some video on that. But let me know what else you want to know. And we'll continue to talk about this Amazon influencer program, doing these on-site commissions and seeing how it grows. Talk to you later. See you guys in the next few videos.